It is 22nd of August. Sorry, I've been absent for a long time. First, I was somewhere without stable internet connection, and when I came down with COVID, which I only just managed to recover from. Stevie, who helped me make this podcast, who actually came up with the idea for it, and who has been distributing it and supporting me in every possible way since day one, sent me your letters of support. I am very grateful to all of you. Right now, support is absolutely essential. It feels to me like we are entering the most uncertain and bleak stage of the war. In the beginning, everything was very simple. Take up a rifle and go to the trenches. Either you stop the occupiers or you vanish along with the country. And for a quite a long time, that's exactly how it was. Now everything is completely different. Decisions about Ukraine's fate are being made without Ukraine. For months, we've been under pressure with various ultimatums. One moment, we are told to give up our regions and hand them over without a fight to the invaders. Another time, we are told to hold elections in the middle of the bloodiest war in Europe in decades. Then they come up with something else. And all this is not coming from our enemies, as one might expect, but from our partners and allies. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a bad feeling that we are being prepared for something terribly humiliating. One of my fellow journalists, who has long been serving in the army, recently said something terrifying: enjoy the war, because the peace will be horrible. And I'm afraid he is right, because it looks like the Russians will simply be forgiven for everything they've done and even allow it to keep the territories they've occupied. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians will remain under occupation. Right now, they still have hope that the Ukrainian army will return and free them. But once the war is frozen, that hope will vanish. Once the war is frozen, Ukrainians also will start looking for someone to blame for failing to take everything back and destroy the enemy once and for all. And I fear that many will decide that the ones to blame are us, the soldiers, that we did not try hard enough, that we did not give it everything we could, that we let everyone down. Entire political parties will appear representing the interests of those who dodged the draft. They will hound the military and belittle the sacrifice of those who died. Once again, there will be voices calling for cooperation with Russia, dragging back Russian music, movies, and money. Meanwhile, Russia will be preparing for the next war. It has already learned from its mistakes, and it's only waiting for the right moment to try to take all of Ukraine. It does not need much for that. Division within Ukraine itself and more money, which will flow in as soon as sanctions are lifted. The future really does look uncertain and frightening. And so, perhaps for those of us still alive, it really is worth enjoying the war while waiting for the terrible peace. But I very much hope I'm wrong.